Hey guys, a few people are saying that they're having a little bit of trouble logging in, so we'll wait for another 10 minutes and then start. Ask your teammates to join in as soon as possible as well. Oh yeah, so if you want to communicate with your teammates, you can just use Discord or any other conference call app or anything. It's all up to you. We don't recommend using text-based chatting because you just eat up more time because you have to type and not talk. There's a Google form that's being made. Manjunath can send the link now, I guess. Can all of you hear me? Banter. 22. Yeah. So we wanted to maintain the feel of a real quiz as much as possible. So we wanted to host properly and have a proper presentation that's being made while you guys are answering. That's the whole point of doing this double work. Even in lockdown, we don't want to take away the feel of a real quiz. So you can block clues in the chat or ask for hints in the chat in case there's no team that objects on that.
Working clues, do we ask them to message you and
Just put it in the all attendees or all panelists.
Rohit, what time do you guys want to start? You want to put up?
Yeah, there's 179 participants, so I think we'll wait till 200 because we have 225 people that should have come.
Fine, fine.
Or we'll wait for 11:10, whichever comes earlier.
Okay, yes.
Hey guys, so we'll start now. I hope all of your teammates are here and all of you have opened up the Google form as well on your phones so that it's easier for you to multi-device task. Yeah. If you have any questions or anything, just put it up on.
Rohit, check chat.
Okay. Um, Queries, you just ask it here if you have anything right now. And after the quiz, we'll have the answers as well. So stay back for that. What do you mean by queries, Sumukh? Manjuna, send a link here, no?
Yeah, that's just like
So in the form, you only have to put the correct question next to the correct answer, and the questions will be displayed here. Other than that, we'll need one phone number at least in case you make it to the final, so that we can contact you, and one nice team name. Do you send the link?
yeah, it's on the chat.
Please. Okay, it's also on the WhatsApp chat in case you guys didn't notice. I'll make. Okay, and let's begin. Welcome to our India quiz. RVQC is really proud to host more than 75 teams that have registered from all over the country, and that's about 200 plus participants, give or take. We didn't expect such a brilliant response for our first lockdown event. This limits not only to universities in India, but universities all over the world, from Penn State, Maryland, IITs, IISc, IIMs, RV, and everything. So let me start with the rules. So there are 22 questions, 25 points. The first 19 questions are 1 point each, and the last 3 questions have 3 parts. There, if you get 1 part, you get half a point. If you get 2 parts, you get 1, and if you get all 3, you get the full 2 points. There's no negative, so you can feel free to guess. Google is papam, obviously. To prevent Googling, what we've done is there are a few questions that when the keywords are Googled, the first result that comes up is not what we are expecting here. And other than that, we'll also be moving quite a bit fast. Hopefully, we don't have to give you a rollback. There is every multiple of 4 is a start mark question. So that will be used to resolve ties and sudden death if the tie still persists. For those of you who don't know what sudden death is, so we'll just start counting from top. The first of the 2 to get a wrong answer will be eliminated. And obviously, Q on the spot. So Jai Hind, and let's begin.
Rohit, just a second. It would be great if you guys introduce yourselves also.
Okay, yeah. So I think from all this talk, you already know I'm Rohit, and our other QM is
Nikita. Yeah.
yeah.
So we start with the quiz now. Question 1. Just give me what this map represents for fun. So we'll stay on this for about 15 seconds. Really press no. Okay. X was an object found in 1934 by the fishermen in this community in Mumbai. So they had a temporary bazaar in Peru, Chaul, and this was shut down, and they used to sit in the open place, and then they said that if they got a permanent place for their market, then they would build a pandal for this god. So then later, a lot of these eminent citizens and representatives of the fisher folk approached the landlord to give them a plot for the construction of this market, and their wish was fulfilled. So because of this, X was established, and it's pretty famous now for coming up with socio-political messages since then. So ID this X. We need a very specific answer.
Yes, blank is indicated.
Am I audible?
Just speak a little louder from the next question onwards. I think some people were not able to hear.
Yeah, so X is just something they found, which later became famous because the wish of these the people in this community to get a permanent bazaar was fulfilled. So they made that a huge, very important thing. So this is the most accepted version of a very popular tale. So there was a fierce battle in Madras in the mid 1700s, and X was severely dehydrated and he fell seriously ill. So everyone had given up hope, but later he somehow managed to survive the long journey to Kanchipuram. And around that time, the Garuda Seva celebrations were in full swing at the Varadaraja Perumal temple. And he took shelter in the temple and somehow miraculously recovered. So then later, when he learned about the deity of the temple and the reason behind the festivities, he was very overjoyed. And as a mark of gratitude, he gifted a very valuable necklace to the temple. So even today, that necklace is put on the deity during special occasions like the Brahmotsava. So identify this person X. No, we think it's straightforward, so won't be giving any hints for that. It's very the popular version of that story. So then question 4. So this is from a very popular video game, and there is a particular mission in the video game, the plot of which is, did someone say X? So there are 3 checkpoints in the mission: warrior, triangle, and praise the blank. So we need you to give the X which is in the mission. We don't need the video game. We just need X and what is the what do we know the third checkpoint of the mission more commonly as? So question 4 is star marked. Yeah, 3 is the size of the word. There are 3 letters in the word. So we don't really need the blank. We need the more common version of what 3 is. So this is a statement made by an official. So as per our assessment, nearly 60 to 70% of the timber from the blank can be reassembled, and the remaining parts will have to be reconstructed with sal and other wood, which can enhance the longevity of the blank for preservation. So, so here in the above sentence, the preservation of 3 entities of a temple for the first time is being talked about above. So you, as usual, the plan is to dismantle these entities, but again, they will be transported this year to another location and they will be reassembled for preservation. So what is being talked about here and why? Why is this preservation effort being made?
Nikita and Rohit, just keep checking the all panels chat or Q&A in case somebody puts doubts.
Yeah.
Thanks. And all participants are requested to message all panelists or put their doubts in the Q&A section. Thank you.
So you can give us the blank, which is basically the entity, which will give you what is being talked about here, as well as why this was done. Why was this effort to preserve these entities? So this is also star marked. Master Vittal was an actor and film technician. So he's best known to have starred in X, which marked a very important point in Indian cinema. So in his eagerness to play the lead in X, he broke his contract with the studio that he was associated with, which resulted in his X studio, filing a case against him for breach of contract. So Y came to his legal aid because he was one of Bombay's leading lawyers at that time, and Y himself, having had an interest in theatre, he and had briefly embarked on a stage career before becoming a lawyer, helped him. So ID both these people, both X and Y. Sorry, X is the movie, Y is the person. Y is probably fairly straightforward, but X is a very important movie in, like, because it was one of the firsts in Indian cinema of a particular kind. So that would be the hint for X. So in 1875, the Prince of Wales came to India, and when in Bombay, its governor, Sir Wodehouse, organized a banquet for the royal party in a particular place. The picture of the banquet is given below. So this place, X, was in a very bad condition, and the party immediately noticed this. So soon after this royal banquet, the British undertook efforts to fix and preserve this place. So there's a zoomed in picture on the next slide. So we need what famous place this is. Next. So X represented Town Club in a match against the Calcutta Cricket Club at Eden Gardens. So the Town Club was mostly Indian, was founded by an Indian as well, whereas the Calcutta Cricket Club was founded by the British. So during the game, the coach of Town Club, Hemachandra Ghosh, he asked X not to get carried away with emotions, but just concentrate on his bowling. So this is very surprising because we know X now to be someone with a lot of control over his emotions. So, but what is not surprising is that he went on to grab 7 wickets with only 20 runs. So, ID this person X wasn't famous for his cricketing skills, but is still seen to have done quite a lot of cricket. Hints would be to focus on the place and the timeline. Okay.
Okay, wait on this another 10 seconds and I'll push to the next question.
Yeah, spelling mistakes, if it's if it's fairly, if it sort of looks like the actual answer, we'll take it.
Yeah, as long as we know what you're talking about, we'll give you
Yeah.
points. But if you misspell Rohit as Risha or something, then we know you. That's not a spelling mistake, right? Yeah, that's one or two alphabets here and there is fine.
Okay, next.
Okay, so this 12-star mark question is about a Michelin star restaurant in London that primarily serves Sri Lankan South Indian cuisine. So how do they get its name? Also, if it serves something called string hoppers, which indicates a popular South Indian dish. So basically, both the parts are pretty much the same. So it gets its name from string hoppers. I just want you to tell me what string hoppers are. Given that string hoppers are primarily Sri Lankan and South Indian cuisine based dish. Okay, so moving on. In an effort to reduce everyday unconscious bias and promote gender equality, a unique initiative has been taken by the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation's Cultural Spine Project for footpath improvement across 18 junctions across Dadra and Mahim. Although an existent practice in several other countries, this is a first of its kind change in India, which is in sync with gender sensitivity and a salute to women power. Say the BMC officials. What initiative are we talking about? So here's a tweet from Aditya Thakre as well, which pretty much explains what we've explained in the question, with the blank being what we want. So think of what can be done at junctions to reduce unconscious bias. And you'll probably reach your answer. Okay, moving on. In April this year, X sent out a tweet revealing to his fans from where he took the inspiration for his batting, and it turned out to be wife from Indian mythology. Mythology. So here is where I took my batting inspiration from. पैर हिलाना मुश्किल नहीं नामुमकिन है. Dash G rocks. So the blank on top is X, who's obviously a cricketer, and the blank at the bottom is Y. So I want both X and Y. There's a very good similarity between a very famous incident relating to Y and the batting style of X. So give me X and Y. Okay, moving on. In 2019, Reliance Jio introduced the XJio phone application and will enrich a certain spiritual experience for millions. The most prominent feature of this app is something called the Koya Paya service, which caters to solve a certain problem about which people always joke about when talking about this specific spiritual experience. IDX. Pretty straightforward question. Okay, I think I'll move now. This popular movie prop was described in the movie as being a product worth millions of dollars. This coincides perfectly with an American rumor whose description of the prop matches that of the movie. An American invented and patented this object in 1966. We associate the product to being worth $1 million because he indeed did spend close to $1 million on research and development. The real bummer is that he only sold it for $6 a piece, not only to the organization that is usually associated with the product, but also to the general public. So identify the movie prop. So basically, in this movie, which is obviously Indian, there's a product that is said to be worth millions of dollars, and those millions of dollars were said to be spent by a particular organization. But turns out that that organization just bought them for $6 a piece and did whatever they did with it. And the millions of dollars were actually spent by some other American who invented it at a different time. Just tell me what I'm talking about. If anything is not, if there's no team blocking things, then I can tell you the year of the release of the. Okay, so it's a 2008 movie, and it's very famous. Okay, moving on. Shown in this video is a ritual or festival called Gaumapatra. There's a newspaper article with a punny name based on another festival held in Europe. Give the punny title. Yeah, so you get the idea of the festival. So there's another somewhat similar festival held in Europe, but there's a change in that, and there's a pun made from something that's associated with this festival. Give me that pun. Okay, I'll move. Yeah, spelling mistake is fine if you are close to the pun. Like if you get the European festival and the placement of whatever that I want to associate with that festival from this festival, I give you points. Okay, moving on. Darshan Diversion is a video game created by Germany, Ray Murray, Joel Johnson, and KV Keaton for the global game in 2016. It has women clad in saris with flowers in their hair trying to climb up floors in their bid to gain a glimpse of the set practitioner celibacy. As they make their ascent, they have to battle priests along the route that are desperate to thwart their efforts out of respect to the celibate nature of the deity. Gamers can play either as the priest or a woman attempting to climb the floors. Which events unfolding since the 1990 does this game uncannily mirror? So, given the description of the game, I want the event that has been unfolding since 1990. One proper noun should do. Okay, pushing. Tenwick is a sports education company run by former Indian cricketer X. In November 2019, X shot a picture of Tigress Maya in Tadoba National Park, Maharashtra, and posted it on his Twitter handle. X is a self-taught photographer and has showcased his skills many times. It was during India's historic cricket tour to South Africa in 1992 when X had a taste of wildlife. The team had some of us traveling journalists took 5 days in the Ithala game reserve. It was a thrilling experience, recalls X. So in 2010, X wrote a book called Why, a collection of his off-field cricket photographs. So identify X and his book Why. To get the book's title, what you can do is find a common term that is used both in cricket and photography. That should get you the answer. Uh, it's not the one word name. The only hint I can actually give you that will help is that the book Why has uh, okay, no clues.
Guess we have a rollback at the end. So someone
Yeah,
asked that twice. So
yeah, we'll have a quick rollback so that you guys can number your questions properly. Okay, moving on. So from here onwards, if you get one part, so only X, only Y, only Z, you will get half point. If you get any two of those three, you will get one. And if you get all three, you get the full 2 points. With Glucola, X forayed into India's cola market in 1949. Known for its sharp marketing campaigns, X hired Y to design the advertisements shown in the picture. The tagline was India's first cola. However, as cola giant Coca-Cola entered in 1950, X decided to discontinue Glucola. But in 1952, X came back with a bang introducing Z, a famous brand till date. It marketed Z as a zero bacteria health drink for the upwardly mobile youth. But soon X began to seed the ground to the giant and eventually got sold to Coca-Cola. Identify all three variables. So this is the poster that the artist that was hired made. The whole idea behind what's happening should give you who made the poster. So X is a company, Y is a person, and Z is a product. The name of the drink should give you what the company is. Yeah, there are part points. One part, half point, two parts, 1 point, and all three parts, you get 2 points. This continues for the last three questions, 20, 21, 22. I think we've spent enough time here. I'll give you 10 more seconds and we'll push. Okay. So when this Muslim king X founded a new religion called Dini Ilahi, amalgamating teachings of different faiths along with the new Ilahi calendar that started after the introduction of the new faith. To mark this event, X began issuing coins that later came to be called as the Ilahi coins. One unique set of coins that he issued had an inscription of C.R. Ram on it, which were the last set of coins issued before his reign ended. Which place in India gets its modern name from this religion, and what is its current name? Also identify X. So the old name that comes from the religion name gets you one part. The current name gets you 1 part, and X gets you 1 part. Again, half, 1, 2 division based on how many you get, right? The three parts are the old name that comes from the religion's name, the current name, and X. The name inspired from the religion's name, the current name, that has been changed, I think, quite recently. I think I'll move forward. This is the last question of the quiz. Identify which movie should be easy. Put funda on the mistakes in both pictures. So both of these pictures have said mistakes. The triple S, triple W in this, and the S slashed and made into a T. So I want the three parts being the movie name, the funda behind mistakes here, and funda behind mistakes here. I don't want to tell you if both fundas are similar. So the question is, the three parts of the question are, the first part is the movie, the second part is what is the funda behind the mistake that is there in the picture on the left, and the mistake being the triple S's and triple W's in Paresh Rawal's name, and the funda behind the picture on the right, that is S being scratched out and made into a T. So why have these mistakes been deliberately made? That's why mistakes is in quotes. I think let's have a reverse rollback once. I'll go slow in the first 5 questions because a lot of you thought I was going too fast. I'll go quickly over the last 17 questions. So this is question 22. 2 fundas and 1 movie name. '21 is X and the 2 names of a same city. X is a Muslim king who founded Din Ilahi. Okay, moving on. Again, 3 variables. 1 company, 1 product of that company, and 1 artist. X, Y, and Z. The name of the drink should help you with the company. Okay. Cricketer and his book's name. An event that's been unfolding since 1990. Want a proper noun here. I want the title of the newspaper article that is a fun. Here I want a movie prop. It is a straightforward question. Hoya Paya. Somebody asked for what number this is. 15. A cricketer and somebody from mythology. What initiative that is a salute to women power is carried out in Mumbai? What does string hoppers mean? Which is a part of Sri Lankan and South Indian cuisine. identify X, who is not very well known for his cricketing skills, but is known for something else that's there in this question. Okay, we'll see 15 and 16 again while moving on. Identify where this event is being held, which is near Bombay. I want the place. How specific? I want the exact place. X is a entertainment entity, and Y is a person, a lawyer. Both proper nouns. So here I want what was made for $60,000 when £6,000 when King George and Queen Mary visited India.
Hint would be concentrate on the cost and the fact that it remains within.
Yeah, and that it's prohibited from leaving the country.
So we'll give you 3 minutes after this to quickly fill up everything in the form, after which we'll stop taking responses.
Yeah, as soon as yeah, correct. As soon as the rollback's finished, within 2 minutes, I will close the form. Pilu Fool, who wrote this, who acted in it, same person. He's not known in the acting field or in the entertainment field at all. What did this inspire? Yes, I want something specific in this question. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. I don't want the video game here. I want X and the name of the last part of the mission, which is more commonly known, at least in an Indian context. So, who donated this necklace at this temple? The timeline should help. Fisherman community founded this in Mumbai. What is it? Okay. And put one down. I'll go to question 15 and 16 fast, and then we'll just close the form.
We'll give 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is 15, the X geophone, Hoya Paya service. Question 16, is a movie prop. It's 12:03. At exactly 12:05, the form will be closed. If you don't submit by then, we won't be accepting your response. Question 1 was put funda on that map. I'll have the answers after this, so don't leave. No, if multiple members submit, you'll be disqualified. Just one submission, please. I think we mentioned that earlier. Question 16 is about a movie prop that is an American myth. We had it twice, so I don't want to give you one more rollback. I'm sorry. Ambu, you're closing the form.
I am.
Okay. Close in another 30 seconds. Yes, you submit right now, otherwise we won't accept it. Submit ASAP.
We can close the form at 25 sharp.
Yeah, it's 12:05. Ambu closed now.
It's closed.
Yeah. Sorry if you haven't submitted yet. And let's go to the answers. Bolo Jai Mata Di in the chat, boys. Okay, quiet chat. Let's go. Yeah. So yeah, you can take guesses in the chat. We'll give the results as soon as possible. We'll get it right after this. Yeah, this is the national anthem. Question 2. Yes, Lal Bagh Raja. No, Ganesh Utsav, Ganesh Mandal is not accepted. Only Lal Bagh Raja is accepted. Because Ganesh Utsav was actually started by Tirak, no? At least in Pune. Now, this, any guesses? Yeah, Clive necklace. So did somebody say X? Correct. Yoga and Surya Namaskar is the correct answer. So this is from GDA 5. When Michael comes home drunk and Amanda is like, you're such a drunkard, come to yoga with me. And at the end, he goes and has a burger with son. So much for all that. Okay. Timber from the remaining parts. Yes. Chariots from the Rath Yatra. Here I need both. I need either something that relates me to Jagannath Rath Yatra, and I need the preservation of this was done this year because there's nobody. Every year it is burnt. The second part is not necessary, but at least I want because of coronavirus they did not do. Just COVID will not do. I want a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, plus we need chariots positive.
Yeah, part points for chariots. No?
Yeah.
Shahi Killa is Taj Mahal. We had to have our poster. Pilu Fool is written by Modi. Yes. Okay, just crown won't do. Imperial crown of India is needed. Imperial crown also won't do. I want the Imperial crown of India because this crown was made only for India. This is not Kohinoor crown. Master Vittal was an actor in which movie and who helped him? Alamara and Jinnah, correct? Moving on. Elephanta Caves. Guesses here. Yes, Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, my bad. What is string hoppers? Yes, Idiappa. So what did these guys do at BMC? Yeah, pedestrian crossings have female figures. Not road construction. Female, the pedestrian signs. Difference is there. Yes, Angad and Sehwag. So this is relating the story where Angad is in Ravana's court and his leg cannot be moved. This is the most bichda bhai story ever, Kumbh Mela. Millions of dollars, yes. A lot of people are asking for a roll back here. No, this is not the correct Krish mask. This is said to be a, yes, this is the space pen from Three Idiots. So it was not invented by NASA, it was just bought by NASA for use at the various space missions. Even the Americans thought that millions of dollars were spent by NASA just to invent that one pen, but no, somebody else did it and they just bought it off of Amazon. Even you can buy it. Yeah, 2008 is what? No. Okay, that might have been my bad. I'll check. Okay. Pushing on. What's the title of this? La Goberina. We'll see about La Dungatina because dung can be any animal's dung. No much of Gobertina. Darshan diversion is about is similar to what? Yes, Sabrimala temple. Perfect. Too many teams blocked clues on this. This is Anil Kumle and wide angle. Yeah, side note, he is alumnus of RVCE, so we have a direct question to him. Okay, X is Parley. Correct. RK Lakshman and not Coca-Cola. Limca, yes, Limca. Thumbs Up was by some other dude. It was bought by Coca-Cola at the same time, but it wasn't owned by Parley. So this Muslim king founded a new religion called Din Ilahi. Allahabad, Prayagraj, and Akbar. Correct. Okay. Yes. Start the show. It's Takti Kapoor. No, it's not Starby, it's Starby. Andaz Apna Apna, yes. I haven't gotten the funda yet. Yeah, Shakti Kapoor is list, so Takti Kapoor. No. So the funda behind Triple S is that the movie is alliterative. So a lot of the cast's name was turned into alliterative just in the starring section. This is not just limited to Paresh Rawal. Even Salman Khan and Amir Khan's names were alliterated with triple letters. And that's the end of our quiz. Thank you for attending. We'll be releasing the results out on the WhatsApp group as soon as we can. Please stay tuned right there, and until then, just hold your horses.
Also, top 8 teams will be qualifying for the finals for this quiz. And for the others who would like to give the finals, we'll be beginning it around 4:30. And we'll also be streaming that on our YouTube channel. So the link is there on the group. You guys can see the live stream there for the finals. Yes, participants can leave the group now.
Yeah.
Thank you for attending the prelims.